Hey guys, welcome to another. Really? What the heck is going on here? Okay, hey guys, welcome to another review. This time I'm reviewing The Walking Dead Blind Bags Series 2. And now I picked these out specifically because they were on sale, but also this one's a walker, and this one's a human. And I figured I don't own Tyrese, and I don't own pretty much any of the walkers, so I could really get something good out of here. Now, there are ways to see what's in there by these little dots here that are breathe holes, but you have to be very specific about it, and I don't know, I have too much trouble with that. I think maybe this is the prison walker, and I think this one might be Tyrese. I couldn't tell here because the breathing holes are covered. But in case you didn't know about that, that is one way of seeing what's in there. And then let's get a nice image of the package before I cut these little freaks open. It says 2 there. There's building sets. And I'd really like for a walker, that Merle would be really cool. Maybe Jawless Walker there. Definitely Riker would be cool. And then it's got pretty much nothing great there. Shows a list of the characters again. And then same on the human one. Okay, so which one should I open first? I think Walker. Let me pull out my magic knife. Here we go. And slice this open. Okay, what are you guys hoping for? Make sure to hope for me that I get something good. And we got Prison Walker. I guess that one pretty well. Yeah, pretty basic looking in there. Let's see the little pamphlet that's got here. The Walking Dead. Yep, it's another list. Only this one, it's a checklist. So I guess I can check off the Prison Jumpsuit Walker. It says Prison Jumpsuit Walker 2, though. Where's the other one? I don't know. Hey, look, 5-piece figure, 7-piece figure. So the walkers come in more pieces than the humans. Keep that in mind. Okay, gonna need that magic knife again. Cha-ching! Slicey. Now we just drop out the disgusting gooey remains, and now for the construction. Now these are pretty easy because it's not a building set, it's just a figure. How hard could it be? Okay, there's the crotch connected to the belly. And what I like about the walkers is they have more articulation, because wherever the pieces go in, that's where you can articulate. Whereas the humans, their legs tend not to move. Unless you get, I think there were like special ones you could get in building sets, and they're always the better ones. Just to give people incentive. But here's the walker. Let's get a close-up look here. Focus, camera, come on, give me a break. I look like a loser here. Yeah, there we go. See that? Lots of little details sculpted in and then accentuated by the black wash that they put on there. Goes into all the little crevices. Very nice. And he does come with a plastic peg here. It's clear. That's so that he can stand up extra better. It hooks onto this. But yeah, very nice. I like the guts. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is a nice walker. He's going up on a display. For sure. Let me plop him onto his stand. Even though I don't think he really needs it. Let's see. It's making it harder for me. There we go. Let's set him up there, and now let's cut open the other one. Now, I kind of hope it's Tyrese because I already own a Rick, but if it's Rick, I'd be okay with that because I kind of want to repaint one, see how it works. So let's slice this open. Very fancy. Pull that away. And now we've got our pamphlet, exactly the same as the previous one. And who do we have? Rick. Okay, well, not bad. Now I'll be able to try out that repaint that I was thinking. Let's slice the bag. Yeah, very nice. And dump out the contents. Very basic. Okay. Now let's see how the construction for this guy goes. Hey, wait a second. Where's his plastic piece? Mine didn't get a plastic piece. The heck? What a cheap son of a gun. McFarlane! Yeah, me and McFarlane have a dispute. Ugh. He's always screwing over me specifically. No one else in the world, just me. But once I put all this stuff on, like his little tiny head, I'd like to point out these are really, really tiny pieces. For them to get the detail on there, it's amazing. But, yep. I'll go over all their articulation in a second here. Now, what I find weird about this Rick is he's in a pose that's not really conducive with fighting or anything. It's more of just one pose. I mean, you can get other poses, but they look unnatural. Like, you can have him in the Rochambeau pose. See that? Maybe getting ready to shake hand pose, or maybe just struck someone upside the face pose. Yeah, but it's not really all that good for action. He needs a gun. Anyway, but of course you could get a gun with special ones that, yeah. Well, let's go over his sculpt first in paint. Let me get some focus here. Camera. Perfect. Oh, no. I had it for a second. Yeah, it's not happening, guys. The camera doesn't like Rick. Which is so weird because he always looks so good in the show. There we go, focused. Oh yeah, that has Andrew Lincoln's likeness there. Now, this is so tiny that I can only really see it all that well on my camera. It's very, very tiny. I'd probably have to hold it up close to my eyes to see it this well. So yeah, look at that. Of course, it doesn't have any pupil paint or like eyebrow or any sort of beard, but that would be ridiculously hard to do because these guys are like, what, an inch and a half tall, maybe 2 inches at most. He's got a pretty good body sculpt too. Kind of weird the way he's tilted off to one side. This is back when he damaged his hand fighting what's his name? Tyrese. Yeah. And he's got his satchel bag here. So he's Indiana Jones with his tan shirt, brownish pants, satchel. He is Indiana Jones. Amazing. He's got his gun over here, and of course it's turned around because I guess he has to use it with this hand, so he had to move the belt over. But yeah, I mean, ridiculous detail in there. Look at that tiny little hand. And they even got fingers detailed into there. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Now let's go over articulation on the walker first. Let me take off this. Leg can move, and then body falls apart. Just like that always happens with walkers in the show. Actually, they would probably fall apart all the time. So this arm does a full 360. And of course, no like outer movement because these are pegs. Yeah, 360 on this arm, 360 in the head. Head can kind of actually move up and down too, and side to side. He's got a ball joint for his head almost, from the looks of it. Then his waist always wants to come out, but he does have waist swivel. I find it funny, this guy has more articulation than some of the early series Walking Dead walker figures. Legs can only move so much. I mean, I wouldn't say 360 because it wants to pop off if you do that. So it can kick out a bit and it can kick back a bit. But of course, for keeping him standing up, you probably won't be able to move the legs very much at all. But yeah, that's his articulation. Now Rick, 360 at the arms, right? Yeah. His joints are tighter than his for sure. It's like ridiculously tight. 360 on both arms, a little bit of waist swivel, and then 360 on the head. Nothing special, but just the basics really. As for posing, I kind of think this guy would be best posed in like this position. Of course, yeah. It's like staring off into space, I guess. Yeah, he's very heroic looking, but if it comes down to a fight, he's going to be doing what? Throwing very stiff punches. Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure that's all I can say for these figures. I'm going to wrap up the video. And, you know, for their price point, I would definitely say pick them up if you've got a little bit of money. There's already a new series after these guys, but if you want Rick, this is the only blind bag that has Rick. So definitely head for that, but it depends on what you collect. If you're just collecting anything Walking Dead, these are definitely for you. But if you are very specific about the things that you collect, yeah, then probably not for you. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you then. Peace.